Very good morning to all and everyone here. So the thing is that this is part of our IoT AC 3050 coursework. Here we are going to see how to connect ESP8266 to AWS IoT Core Cloud and send the sensor data. So basically, it's LM35 temperature sensor data to iOS AWS through MQTT. So as you all know, that AWS nothing but Amazon Web Services. This is a cloud platform given by Amazon to facilitate lot many applications. So let me share the screen with you of how the AWS uh, cloud look and feel. Okay, so just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So this is let's go to the front screen. Okay. So this is the AWS services. Okay, this is the AWS services which is used for understanding and sending the data and developing IoT uh, systems and all. So it has a very beautiful applications. If you go to all services, you can see there is so many services are available for computation to machine learning to storage to database to analytics to migrations, security identification, developers tool. So all those things are available, but for our course we are going to use only one application, that is Internet of Three. So there is a lot of options are available in Internet of Things. That is here we are going to do IoT core. Okay, so click on IoT core. So first, prior going to all these things, so first you have to create a AWS free account. So if you go to Google, okay, and put a search for Amazon Web Services, okay, then you will reach to this tab. Okay, you will reach to this tab, particular tab which is now visible on your screen. You will reach to this tab. Once you reach here, what you have to do here, I have already created my account. Okay, so you have to create your account first. So it will ask you to put your credit or debit card uh, details, but they are not going to charge most of the cases. If you put, you are going to use for testing and education purpose, and obviously we are going to use very less memory, so they are not going to charge for us. So what we have to do, that we have to create a free account over there, and once you create, you logged in, you can go to the AWS management console. Okay, so that is where all the good things are there. So I already have shown you this thing, that what I have used, I have all used this IoT core and everything. So how to develop a IoT system first using IoT core. So click on IoT core. Okay, so this steps, be very careful with these steps, because if you do not perform the steps as it is, it might happen that the device will not be created and this thing. So we are going to go with the first option, connect and manage your devices, right? So what you have to do first, you have to create, uh, click on learn more. Okay, you can read all about this device communication, how the protocols work, how the MQTT work. You can read all this, everything. Then uh, you can read all about your AWS clouds and everything. Okay, now let's go back to the page we came, AWS IoT. So go to this left side of the tab here in this position. So there, things, click on things. So you can see there is a thing created. So this is my testing node, right? So here you can create a thing. So you can first create a thing, create a single thing. So we're going to create a thing. So test IoT EC 3050. Okay. So leave everything as it is. Next. Now your thing is created. Now what you have to do, the thing to communicate to your AWS cloud, and to give a secure connection from your device to your AWS cloud, you need certificates. Certificates is like the lock and key concept. Okay, so we have to create a certificate. So once you create the thing, so we have to understand first create the thing, then go for creating the certificate. So click, so you can see that successful created the thing, successful created the generated the certificate. So please download the certificate file, right? Click on everything, download, 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 and download. So if you click, the pop-up will open, and similarly you have to download this thing. Okay, so which one you have to download? You have to download this. Once you click on that, it will redirect to this page, CA certification authentications. So what you have to download? You have to download this encryption, Amazon root CA. Okay, Amazon root CA. Right click, save link as. Okay, it will be .pem format. It will be downloaded as .pem format. Okay, now come back to our original page where we have created the certificate. Then you have to activate, right? You have to activate. So once you have activated, you have successfully activated certificate. That means you have created the activation keys and everything in the certificate. Okay, now what you have to do now, you have to attach a policy. So the policy is what are the parameters my what my IoT devices can access, what are the services my IoT devices can access. So that is the policy attachment. So I have already created a policy. You can see if you click on this policy. So the policy is this one. So let's create another policy for this. So go to secure, here create policies, right? Here create, if you create, so suppose test IoT A, right? Action, so you have to write IoT dot star. So you have to choose this one. That means all IoT related applications. So resources ARN, so put star. Star means all resources. Okay. What the star means? IoT star means all actions related to our IoT, and resource ARN means all resource available resources. Then you have to allow the effect, right? Then create. Once it is created, you can see this is my previous one which I have already created for my node MCU. This is for right now. Now you can go to the certificates here, right? So if you see, this is my older certificate. So this one, whichever will come below, uh, you can see when it is created. So you can see this is created last night, right? If you go back, so this is, if you see, click here, you can say this is created right now 11:20. That's the time right now, just 2 minutes back. So what you have to do here in action, you have to attach a policy. Click attach policy. Which policy? I am to attach this one. So I am attaching this policy to this certificate. So this is your lock and key mechanism which is activated for you. Now this is how you will set up your thing. Now you have to go to see that how we are going to connect our node MCU to this through Arduino Cloud and all. Okay, how to use Arduino ID and how to send the data, right? On these things we have to sing. Okay, let me go back to my thing. So this is my thing. Okay. So what you do? This is the resource ARN, right? This is the resource name. So this is uniquely identifies to your thing, right? So this is like, if you remember your ThinkSwitch classes, so this is basically the API key what we are going to use the to send the data to our created thing. Okay, so now how to go to that? Let's understand the node MCU part a little bit. Okay, let me stop this for a second. Okay, a second, let me switch on to my secondary camera so that we can see. So as you can see, this is my node MCU. Okay, this is my node MCU. Okay, so it is connected to this temperature sensor. It is a DFO LM32 temperature sensor, right? So it is connected. So this first, if you see, blue is your A0 pin. So A0, from where the data is in, the black one is the ground, and the red one which is there, it is for the 5 volt voltage. Okay, So this is the setup in the simple mode MCU. This is connected via USB cable to my system over here, right? And it is connected to this temperature sensor, which is going to send us the data. So this is a very pretty simple setup, right? That's all what we have seen for node MCU setup. Okay, right. Now, how when the setup is complete, that means you have connected all the data and everything. Let's send this data to our AWS cloud and let's understand how the AWS works. Now, just a second, just give me a second. Okay. Now let's see. Share my. Now most of the part is they're going to deal with my Arduino ID, right? So as you can see, this is my uh, Arduino ID, whatever we have been there in the Arduino ID, what is there. So this is the program. So first, two, three things what you have to understand that. So this program is basically going to use the PopSub client. So PopSub is a very well-known MQTT protocol provider. You can always want search about read about PopSub clients. So first, you are what? Let's understand this program. So this is ESP8266 Wi-Fi. So this is this header is used for your Node MCU. So what you have to do, uh, you have to uh, you have to follow that how the other classes we have seen how to set up our Node MCU, right? That part I'm just keeping over here, right? So this once you install the Node MCU library, you have to include this one. Then we have to go to this sketch. From sketch include library, manage libraries, right? So the first thing we are going to use our MQTT client. Okay, once you click on the manage library, it will take a little time to come back. So now you can see that this is the library manager. So there are a lot many libraries has been already been installed, and this is for my own applications and everything. Now what you have to do, you have to search your library, whatever library you require, right? So we required. Now one interesting thing, that's this is the code I got from Anthony Elders. This is basically a skeleton code which I modified to sending the temperature data. So this code is basically sending a hello world command or string from your Node MCU to your AWS cloud. So now along with that hello world command, we are also going to send the temperature data, right? Through the PubSub client. So PubSub is publication and subscription. That's the simplest one. So you publish the data from your IoT device to a cloud and subscribe the data or read the data cloud to your uh, from cloud to your hardware drive. So basically pops up what they do. So pub will send the command publication command, sub will do the subscription command. That means it will create a closed loop system. Okay, it will create a closed loop system. Now, so if you search pops up over here, sorry, uh, so you can see there is lot many pop-ups are available like ESP MQTT clients, this thing. So, but we are going to use this one, which is very user friendly by Nicolari. It has the this is the first version of PopSub which is claimed, right? And it has a lot many support. It includes Arduino, it includes Intel Galileo, it includes ESP8266, include TICC 3000 series, Texas series. Okay, all these things have been supported by this particular PopSub client. So we are going to use this particular one. Okay, right. Now, so if this is the point we are talking about. Now, once this is installed, you click You have to select the version, and once you select, and the install will pop up install. So I am already installed the highest version 2.80, so I am flipping over like that. Okay, now so next is, so I will say share this argument, this code for downloading, right? So this is the bare metal code which you can download and just, see it out. So this is for your Wi-Fi details. So this is the Wi-Fi details of mine. So this you have to change according to your this thing. Then this is the interesting part. What you have to do. So the certificates we have already downloaded, which you have already downloaded from our AW after activation of our AWS IoT core. So that certification details you have to paste over here. So what you have to do, I have downloaded all those certificates previously, right? Uh, just a second, where it is. Yes, these are the certificates, whatever. So from there, if you see what are the things we need certificate PMCRT. That's one we need. We need the private key. So this is our for our encryption, and this is for root CA certification. Okay, so this is RSA encryption certification. So these three certification has to be pasted over there mandatorily. So one is we need this one certificate.pem, another one root CA one, and another one is private.pm.k. So first we need this one private. First we need this one certificate.pm to put over here. So if you open the certificate, so right click, open. You can open with notepads. Okay, you can open with notepad, not an issue. So but I prefer notepad plus plus because it is easy to do this thing. So you can see that if you open, it is something like that. This is not in this format. What you have to do, you have to copy each line, right? Copy each line from here like this and paste it over there, or you or inherently, or you can put the semicolons and hash slash at this end, then copy whole the things, right, except this begin and end certificate, and paste it over here in this position. Okay, so there is another method where you can call using OpenSSL commands to these certificates in the Arduino code. I am not doing that right now because this one is little bit basic and little bit rudimentary. Once you get hands-on with this method, then we can go for the other method. Okay. So then, same thing you have to repeat for your private key also. Okay, edit with notepad plus plus, so you will have private key. So say you can see I have already done this one and copied over here, right? Same thing you have to do your Amazon root CA also. Yeah, you can do over here. Okay, copy and paste. Now this is done. So this is, now we have added the certificate to our program so that the lock and key mechanism has been activated. Now this part, this is our Wi-Fi client security. So here this is going to use the MQTT client, which is pops up client, to send the data. So AWS endpoint. So if you see, this is the AWS endpoint over here. We have already mentioned. So yes, this guy. This is my AWS. So where to find it? So for that you have to go to your AWS. Okay. So this is, you have to go to your AWS management console. Then you have to go to the settings. In the settings, if you see, right, uh, just to refresh. There might be some issue with the server. Let me relog in, sign out. So for that, you have to go to AWS IoT management, AWS management console, right? From there, go to the setting. Yes, they have a multiple layer of security. They used to ask multiple questions. I don't know why. So we have this 24-hour problem. So what you have to do now, this once this has been already 20 past 24 hours. So this secure ARN got what expired. Okay. So what you have to do now, some reason, go to iOS, AWS IoT core, then go to the settings. In settings, you will find this one. This is your secure ARM. Okay. So A3MDR this is your secure ARN. Copy paste, copy this thing and paste it over code. Now this secure ARN is the resource locator in the IoT cloud. So now in the PubSub client is going to access your endpoint. So this is the MQTT port number. So MQTT is 8883 port number. Then what is the message we are going to receive and what is the Wi-Fi client. Then this is a setup. This is a setup to set connect your Wi-Fi. This is already you have been seeing in the Node MCU also, right? So now here you can see this part you can copy paste always. This is for your certificate attachment. This is for your POM certificate. This is a private key, and this is for root CS certificate, binary CS certificate. So certificate attachment has been done. Then you have to do for looping. Okay, what you have to do? You have to do looping. So here you have created. So this is actually not required. This is not required. So here we have created what is the last published message count. So this is for my what sensor data. Sorry, this is my sensor data acquisition. Sensor data acquisition. Then payload is where my data is going to sit and how much payload I'm going to receive. So we are going to show you a two-way communication between AWS and the Node MCU, right? Now, so this is the part you can copy paste directly. This is the program. So this is going to send one hello message, then it is going to send the temperature data, right? So this is popsub client.publish. So out topic is the output topic from my Node MCU to that this thing. Then you have to this is for out topic, this is for in topic. So suppose you want to send for some data from AWS console, then you can use this part. Then this pops up check connect. So this will establish the synchronization. So synchronization and timing synchronization between this thing. So you can always copy and keep it there. So this is taking the time from pool.ntp.it, time.nrst.dov. Okay, so you can set the time. So according to, so I have sent the time as for this one. You can change into GMT time or any time you want. Okay, so you have to check the code for that. Okay, so the basic requirement for us is this one: PubSub connect, sorry, message received and message sent in the board loop, right? So once it is done, right? Once it is done, okay, let's put compile and send the code to the build options has been changed. Yes, we have changed the build options, right? Now it is revealing the whole code. So if there is no error in the code, it is going to show us the output. So let's wait for certain time, see whether the output is coming or not. So in the meantime, let me go back to my AWS IoT, right? Okay. Yeah, let's hope it is completed soon. Okay, now it is putting the data. You can see this is writing the data into different registers of that registers of the node MCU. So whenever you see the data is getting written, it comes like this. That means your code is compiled and the code there has no error, right? So that's the interesting thing to checkpoint. Yes, it is completed. Now click on the COM console. You can see that Wi-Fi, it is connected to Wi-Fi address. It obtained the Wi-Fi address. It is now, you can see pops up client connecting to this Arduino, right? And it is started sending the data. Okay, correct. So it started sending the data. So publish this message that the temperature is 25.5 degree centigrade. So, and this is also, so this below temperature, you see this is my console printing. This is not going to AWS. The AWS only receiving this and receiving this message string hello from Sam's node MCU. So it has started because there is a 10 milliseconds delay was already there, right? So let's see whether we are able to see this message in the AWS console or not. Now for that, what you have to do, you have to go to AWS IoT core. We have already clicked where you create and manage on manage and policy creation certificate. Go down, there is a something called test option. Click on that. Subscribe to a topic. So what is the subscription topic here mentioned? The subscription topic, if you sorry, if you go to here, you can see the subscription topic is out topic. So in this program, if you see the subscription topic is out topic, right? Now we have to type that. So out OUT capital TOPIC, right? Subscribe. So this is the subscription. Now you can see that the data is coming from your node MCU to this thing. Now you will see one interesting thing. Okay. So what I will do, I will take out I will take out your node MCU from my this is my USB. So now I have put already the code into that. So I will just take out this node MCU. Okay. So the node MCU is detected. Now if you see there is no message. If you go to your AWS, you can see only there is no message is done. Right? Because there is no power in the node MCU itself. Right? So what we have to do right now, I'll do one thing. I'll take out this node MCU, put into a different source. So this is I have another computer. I'll put this into the USB chip. Okay, I have put this thing into the USB drive, right? I can see this. So this is not connected to my system anymore. So if you think that okay, I have connected to my system and somehow I am sending the data from my system, no, that is not the case. I am not sending. I have changed the power source. I have not taken out and connected to a different source right now. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Now if you see to go to that particular one. Now if you see, let's clear it out. See, uh, if you see, there is no my console because uh, the connection from my COM port has been severed. Okay, but you can see the connection has not been severed from this thing. So you want to see whether this is getting same data or not. You can see. I'm just increasing the temperature over there. You can see the temperature is getting changed. Okay, got it. See, so you are successfully able to send the data node MCU to your Suppose how to receive the data from AWS cloud to your Node MCU environment or the comport. Now I returnly connected that thing so that I will able to show you the data, right? Yes, I think it is. Yes, the connection established. The data has started coming. Now I'll go back to my own this thing. Yes, the temperature measurement has been started. Now let's see how to send the data from here to here. Okay, so this is comport. So this is connected to my thing. So for that, what you have to do, I have to create something called in topic. Okay, so publish to topic. So so this is out topic. Okay, so out topic is, so I am not going to use out topic. I am going to use in topic. So I have to create first in topic here. Topic. Subscribe. Now I'll go to so what I have to do, so suppose what you want to publish, so let's see, hello from IoT A PC3050 plus EAP. We are connected to AWS. We're connected to AWS. Now if we click publish, now you can see this data, whatever I send from there, this you can see this is message receipt. So I already told you this MQTT works on similar to your WhatsApp message. So you can start sending message that hello IoT AC20 plus EP, we are connected to AWS, right? So if you, it will keep on sending the data which is getting published in your out topic, right? Similarly, now if you go to your activity monitor, right? If you click on monitor, now you can see that how much time we have been connected to the device. If you click on monitor, you'll see there are different dashboards are there, how many successful connections are there. So there is two successful connection, you can see one is here, which was last night, one is here, and how many messages has been published, this is showing over here. So you can create different metric type and different publish type. So you can create alarms over here. Okay, you can create alarms in monitor. If you go up, you can, in monitor itself you can create add to dashboard. Okay, in the add to dashboard option you can create your own dashboard, your own alarm setting and everything. So now, so let's do a quick revision of this everything. So square it up, stop presenting. Okay, so right, so let's see. So what is when we started that how to connect a Node MCU to AWS cloud. So what the first thing we created, the number one creation that we created, so just give me a second, let me pull my pen for you so we can write, yeah, better way. Now what are the things we learned? Okay, the things we learned are, so first, the first thing what we have to do, first we have to create a AWS account. First you have to create a AWS account. Then second you have to go to AWS management console. Then you have to choose AWS IoT Core. So this is the service. So this is the AWS service like ThingSfix. This is the web service we are going to use. Then from there you have to create from AWS IoT Core. You have to create a thing. In thing you have to attach your certificates. And once one you attach, you have to download those certificate and keep for further use. Then you have to attach policy to your certificate. Okay, you have to attach policy to the certificate, right? Once this is how your AWS account got set up. Once this is there, then you have to go to your Arduino ID, do setup for your ESP8266, which is already mentioned in previous classes. Then you have to do setup for your PubSub MQTT client. So we are going to use Nicolaris PubSub client. So where to get this one? Go to Library Manager in Sketch and search for the PubSub client, install it, right? Then once you've installed, then do the connections. Okay. Once it is done, what you have to do? You have to do the connection. What is the connection we have to do? We use Node MCU plus LM35 temperature sensor. Okay, what's the connection we already mentioned? You have to do connection, then run the code, and while running the code, you have to check about the SSIDs and passwords, right, in the code itself. And once you run the code, then you have to go to the in AWS console. You have to go to the test tab and check with out topic. Out topic is for reading data from ESP8266 or insert our node MCU, and in topic will be sending data from AWS to ESP. Right. So similarly, you can create monitors and all these things. We have already shown those things to you. Okay. Clearly, I hope this video find you in good health, and you have understood how to do connect a simple Node MCU. Now it's not only Node MCU, because I don't have a ESP8266 pair chip, so I have used Node MCU. So if you have a ESP8266 and a Arduino with you, you can always do that. The same thing. The process is going to be pretty simple and pretty same, right? So just one thing you have to see, that how to connect Arduino to ESP8266, which we have discussed in prior classes also, right? Now, thanks for your patience hearing, and hope this video lecture is going to have a better impact and a good journey in your IoT endeavors. Thank you.